Hello to all of you. Welcome in my new video. In this video, I am going to discuss a very important topic of physics 5054 and 0625, and that topic is force. So, we are going to discuss what is force. Let's start it. Let's say we want to go to some tourist location and we want to buy some tickets for our traveling, and we don't know what airline is best or how can we get the tickets. So what we do, we hire travel agents for it. Similarly, we want to buy some property and we don't know which property is best suited for us. So we hire real estate agent for it. So these are the agents of real life. Now we have one of the agent of physics, and what does that agent is doing, we are going to see. So basically force is an agent. Okay, whenever we want to do any of the two things that I have mentioned here, it can change the state of a body or it can change the physical property of a body. So that word that comes into the box is change. So force can do these two kinds of work, state of a body and physical property of a body. That is what force can do. When we talk about state, what does it mean? We are talking about the state of rest and motion. Okay, whether the body is moving or whether the body is in rest. So when we apply force on it, how force can change the state of a body. And that is a different topic, that how it is changing the physical property of a body. We will be going to study this topic in deformation. So right now I am going to explore how it can change the state of a body. The very first case, let's say that pen in my hand, right now its velocity is 0 and it is at rest. When I apply force on it, it starts moving. So its speed is 0, and by the application of force its speed increases. So that is what I mean by state. It is at rest. When I have applied the force, it came into motion. So that is what force can do. Or it can stop the moving object, just like the force by my second hand. It stops that moving object. So when we talking about the state, we are talking about from rest to motion or from motion to rest. But चीजें यहीं पे नहीं रुकती हैं. कभी कभार the body is moving with some speed and I want to increase the speed or I want to decrease the speed. So how can we do it? This is also be done by a force. So let's see by an example. Let's say we are present at the motorway, at the highway, and currently my speed is 60 km per hour, the speed of my car. A call comes from home and there is an emergency at home and I need to reach my home as early as possible. So what I will do now, the road is empty. So what I will do now, I put my foot on the accelerator. I push that accelerator. And when I push that accelerator, I put the force on that accelerator. It increases the force of the engine. And with that, the speed of my car by the application of force increases. Let's say at this point it reaches up to 120 km per hour. So it not always means that rest into motion. When it is in motion, it can increase the speed of that car when we apply force on a body. So number one thing that force can produce, it can increase the speed. And let's say in the second case now, initially we are moving with 120 kilometer per hour, and we are just reaching the streets of our home. Okay, so we need to decrease the speed now. So what we will do, we just release the accelerator and push the brake. Releasing the accelerator, pushing the brake. And when I'm pushing the brake, the speed of that car is going to slow down. It goes to 60 kilometer per hour. So how we have decreased the speed? We have used the force on the brake. So by using the force, we can also decrease the speed of any moving object. So that is the second thing that force can do. Now we have reached to the speed of 40 kilometer per hour, but my home is towards the right side of the street. So now as I reach to that point, I uses my accelerator, apply the force on my accelerator, rotated it in some direction, and because of that force my tire turned towards the right. I'm using the force, I'm going in a straight line, but I'm using this force to change the direction. So that's what a force can also do. I'm decreasing the speed, let's say, and also I am changing the direction, and I'm using the force for both of them. So that is the third thing that a force can do. It can change the direction of motion. So these are the three effects of force. Remember, agent, streamlining the points. Agent that changes the state of a body. We are not going to explore the physical property in this video. We are just going to explore how it can change the state. So rest to motion, motion to rest, and what is it doing? What it is doing in this one? Sometimes it is increasing the speed. By using the force, we are increasing the speed. By using the force, we are decreasing the speed. And by using the force of that steering, we are changing the direction of motion. So these are the three things that is produced in a body. So that is all for forces. We are meeting in the next lecture.